Hi, and welcome back to Pint-Sized Guilt-Free Torah. So after working 2 decades, Jacob picks up with his family and he leaves the house of the evil Lavan. Lavan was his father-in-law, an awful person. He deceived him. He had him work the worst possible hours in the cold, in the rain, in the sun, under all the worst conditions, and worked very hard, did not compensate him. And Jacob said, now is the time to leave. And everybody comes and picks up and leaves. Rachel, Jacob's wife, takes her father's idols with him. 2 little idols. She doesn't want her father worshiping them, and she takes them with her. Now, Lavan ultimately finds out, wow, they left, and he pursues them. And he says, and who stole my idols? And Jacob said, I have no idea who stole your idols. And it's true, no one did know, no one other than Rachel. And he looks around, and ultimately Lavan finds the idols. And Rachel is chastised and punished, really, for this fact that she stole the idols. So there's a very important question to be asked here. Abraham, whose father was an idol worshiper and had a store for idols. It was Best Buy for idols. That was the store that Abraham's father ran. And of course, according to the famous Medrash, one day when his father had to leave town, he said, Abraham, you watch the store. And Abraham smashed all the idols except one, and he put a hammer in his hand. And when his father came back, he said, what's going on here? How did this happen? He said, all the idols got in a fight, and one picked up a hammer and he smashed all the others, and he's the one that survived. And his father said, that's ridiculous. They're lifeless. So he said, Dad, listen to what you're saying. If the idols are lifeless and one can't kill or do anything to another, how in the world can they help you? Don't pray to idols. So Abraham is called the hero for destroying all the idols. And yet Rachel, when she tried to take the idols and make sure her father wouldn't worship them anymore, she is convicted and condemned. Why? Why is it like that? The answer is that Abraham stood up to his father and to the world. He was proud in what he understood. There's something called ethical monotheism. There's a loving God. There's a powerful God, wants to help the world, wants us to be good, wants us to be noble people who make the world into a better place. And he stood up to that. Rachel, on the other hand, when confronted by her father, where are the idols? She feigns innocence. I don't know. She doesn't stand up to her father about something she knows is right and something that really she had the ability to make a difference. Dad, don't serve idols. Can I tell you why? And for that, she's punished. And sometimes we know things either about being Jewish. We're proud to be Jewish. When someone says some comment about either maybe a religious Jew or some Jewish practice, what, you actually put on tefillin? You put on those black boxes? That's so ridiculous. Oh, that's so archaic, or whatever it is. Maybe it's something that you do. You secretly go to the minyan every now and then, or you secretly learn Torah with a rabbi or rebbitzin or a friend. And if someone finds out, you're so scared what they're going to say. No, you have to be proud of who you are and stand up. That's what Abraham was. And certainly for Israel, Israel's mentioned, and I didn't want to say anything. It was at the office or it was at a party, and I didn't want to upset things. You have to stand up for what you know to be true and what you know is to be right and great behavior. So with that, we understand a lesson. Abraham is our model for when we know something, we have to stand for it and we have to defend it. And that's part of being a Jew. Not being embarrassed by it, but being proud of it. And if you're not proud of it, maybe it's time to learn a little more, because you can't really be proud of something that you don't know anything about. So learn a little more, be prouder, and be someone who shines light in the world. Have a good Shabbos.